Shelley here. Today I'm going to be doing an art journal page and I'm going to be using some used baby wipes. I'll show you what I do with my baby wipes when I'm done with them and one suggestion on how to use them. I've been collecting them, but I haven't actually done anything with them until today. So hopefully this is going to work out. If you're looking for some new stencils, you can check out my PayHip shop. I'll have that linked below. I offer my designs there for just a few bucks. And so let's get started. First, I want to go through and see if I need to jazz any of these up. Some of these, like this one, is really good shape. This one I wish was just a little bit more of something. I'm not sure exactly what. Maybe some purple. I'm not a real purple girl, but I do have some purple on here and I like it. So what I'm going to do is just go in and just add a little paint and smush it together. Use a little water and see if I can, vibrant it up a little bit. Over here. Okay, I think that's a little more exciting. I don't need it to be crazy, and I'm going to cut these up into pieces. We'll see if we, in the end, whether we use that or not. Okay, now we've got to dry these, and then we can see what we've got. So now I've got a little bit of chipboard here, and I'm going to make myself a little template. See if this is, I don't know if this is the best way to do this or not, but I wonder, these are kind of, I'm sure this will not work, but yeah, I'm just dying to see. I've got to try it. So let's line this dude. Not going to be perfect because it is fabric and it's kind of wonky here and there. Oh my gosh, it worked. That is amazing. Okay. Wow. That is very, very cool. Oh, it wasn't even hard. That saves a lot of shenanigans, and even though they're not going to be perfect, they will be a lot better than if I had cut them by hand, I think. And of course, faster. I think what I'm going to do is I've got all my pieces cut, and I think they look very cool. And I was trying to think if I was going to cover the whole background with these or what I was going to do. And I think I've decided I'm going to paint my background a mix of yellow, orange, and off-white. Let's see what this gives us. I want it mostly yellow.
Definitely not this bright yellow. I think that is very nice. So let's set this aside to dry. I just had an idea, and I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I thought I am going to try it. If it doesn't work, we'll cut that part out, but I'm going to get a few of these flowers out that I've had for years from the dollar store that I took apart. My first idea is could I adhere tissue paper to these flowers and then jazz them up with a little paint afterwards? I don't know. But then the second thought I had is because I have two different colors of the yellow, I thought, what if I tore pieces and then kind of collage them on the flowers? So I don't know if it's going to work or not. Like I said, I'm going to try it. Maybe it'll be a complete disaster, but then what if it's really cool? So that is one option. And then I think I'm going to wad this up and just put the whole thing on. Oh, no. That'll give me some nice wrinkly texture. Be fast and easy. Well, I had another idea. I'm not sure the yellow is going to look great with my background, so I thought I'd do a couple of blue. I thought it might be fun to use a stencil and see if it would work. Very cool. The last one I want to try, I've got this bright blue tissue paper. Again, I thought I was done, but then I had another idea. So I got my cobalt back out. I'm going to take a garbage bag on yet another baby wipe. Just add just a little bit. since I'm out of flowers and I don't think they're gonna stick to the baby wipe anyway, what if we just Mod Podge the whole thing, give this a coat both front and back, and see how that goes. And I can cut out my own flower possibly from it. My paint is almost dry, so I'm going to hit it with my paint tool, my heat tool real quick to make sure it's completely dry. Now I need to figure out, it's still a little bit damp, but while it's continuing to dry, I want to figure out kind of how I want to put out my squares. I don't have to get the exact order, but I'd like some kind of an idea of what I'm doing here, and definitely I want to go through and get all the pieces that I love the most. The second besties can be off to the side, and I may or may not use them. So now I'm going to just go up to the top and work my way down, keeping these other ones off to the side in case I need them. Like I said, I've never used these before like this, so I hope it's going to work. I don't know why it wouldn't. Now I want to make sure everything's got a good coat on it. I think it looks really cool. If it dries and holds together, we'll have something maybe. It's the next day, everything's dry, and I just think it's very fun. I love the look of it. Now we have to decide what is our flower going to look like? I definitely do not like this. I think that it's, I will definitely use these in a different application, but the color is definitely not what I want. This is not horrible. And I think it's kind of groovy with the two colors, and I think with some paint, these will be very cool. But I don't think it's enough contrast, but also I think it's going to give too much. It's going to make, at least the two together are going to make my journal page too thick. Then I've got my three, these with the, did pretty good. Not all the places are glued down 100%. But if I wanted to use them, I definitely think with some putting a little bit of regular glue on here, I could do that. And I think that is pretty cool. I wish I hadn't have put the yellow spots. I wish I would have just left the white on there. But I'll do something with it. I do really like the teal as well, but again, I don't know. But this is the one where I just put the Mod Podge on both sides and thought I could cut my own flower out, and I still think that would be a groovy idea. And then I have the tissue paper, the blue tissue paper, which I also like. I'm just not sure what I want to do yet. So I think the first thing I need to do is do some cutting, and I won't bore you with all that, so I'm going to go ahead and get to cutting and speed this up drastically. Before I do that, I think I'm going to get some modeling paste, my palette knife, and just scrape on a little bit here and there. Kind of bring this all together. A little bit more. So I'm going to take my 6x6 stencil. I'm not going to put a thick bunch on, and I'm going to hit a few spots, but not make it perfect. Ooh, I like it. Oh, I'm kind of digging this one. I think these are good too. I don't know, I need to have my page dry so I can put them on top and see what I want to do here. My paste is not dry yet, but in a thinner application you can paint this Alex Fast Dry within 20 minutes. So I'm going to hit it with my heat tool really quick and see if we can get it to that point. A little of my navy and my cobalt. So an idea I had, what if I painted some of these little balls and put like 3 of them? That's way too big and cheesy. Kind of fun. I don't know. Let's... I definitely think this guy is a no-go. But I do enjoy these these three. I think I do like these three. It isn't easy to paint on top of all this texture. I'm not worried about it being perfect. I'm only going to glue the middles down so that my petals are raised. Going to take my toothpick and my navy, I think. Let's see. Just put it's working, I think. I'm tickled at how my silk, I'm sure they're not silk either, but my fake flowers with the tissue paper turned out. I'm tickled at how the baby wipe and the painted baby wipes turned out. And my little fuzz balls, I think they're cute. I thank you for coming along with me, and would love it if you'd leave me a comment, like and subscribe if you want, and it'd be great if you join me next time. Thanks, bye.